Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Space Otter. You're probably not there yet. I hope I'm not clipping this time. I think I'm not clipping, but you never know. I'm back here. I am, you might say, returning the grace. Making fakes. What? I was gonna make cakes today, actually, but I realized I was missing some stuff. And then it would take me too long to go and get the stuff. So then I will be even more late starting this. Fuck yes, okay. Making fakes. All right. So, what was I saying? Yeah, I'm returning the grace, right? I was in kind of half mind about coming back to this game and actually playing it. Because it's been very boring, is the word, I think. Yeah, boring will be the word. Has a lot of dialogue, which normally is not a thing that I mind, but it is not very interesting. So what have we done so far? Give me one moment to open up the thing here. Yeah. So we've landed on Grace. We've landed on Ganymede. Okay, and I'm told that no clipping is audible. That's good. The question is the audio level good enough? I'll go in the game so we can compare. Because I've had to lower myself a lot. Because last time it was clipping all the bloody time. It's a bit loud for me. Right. So we've crash landed here. We found an AI that's been split up in different parts. We've met logic. We've met control. Crash? What do you mean, crash? I'm getting confused. Okay, I thought you meant that the stream crashed. All right, never mind. I crash landed here. I didn't land. I guess you missed the beginning of the game. Yeah, so we found logic, we found control, or what I call the butler. We found empathy. We've made combinations of those into control and empathy, which gave us mom. And then we had... what do we have? Empathy and logic, I think, gave us the kid. No, was empathy and control gave us the... No, empathy and control was mom. Empathy and logic was the kid, I think. And then Jack was control and logic? If I'm remembering correctly. And we're trying to find Grace. And it seems that this is a giant church or a temple where people come. Invited by this AI called Grace.
Did you like my little game?
You mean the game where you refused to help us?
I provided you with the opportunity to prove yourself. Is that not why you're here?
I'm an archaeologist. I'm here to do my job.
I don't think Addie enjoys having obstacles placed in the way of her goals.
We have arrived at our destination.
Okay, yeah. Let me adjust my volumes a little bit. There, that should be good. And people say... What? People pray to grace, from what I gather. For things. They express their wishes. And we don't know whether this is some kind of AI dictatorship or something along those lines.
The Spire pilgrims must have gathered here to listen to the Keeper's sermons, I guess.
People will return here once the beacon is restored. Flock and shepherd will be reunited.
Great. The butler is back. Or yeah, that wizard king. He does have a little bit of that vibe of Peter Dinklage. And what was he supposed to be? What was the floating thing in Destiny? I forget. I haven't played Destiny in years. The companion, I think. Yeah, because it would be something unimaginative. Right. This is a giant church. Yes. So I'm hoping I've played half of this game already, because if I haven't, then it's much longer.
This must be the Keeper's pulpit.
A view out over the masses.
Wish canisters.
These have never been used.
For recording wishes, maybe. They look pretty banged up.
They've been abused.
The masses found their own way up.
Okay, I'm not climbing out yet. Let's have a look around.
Pilgrims were building fires. Why would they do that? Quite the manifesto. I don't recognize the language.
I am embarrassed to say I do not recognize it either.
Well, they were here long enough to get bored. It must have been written with charcoal from the fires.
It's pretty neat writing, if that was charcoal from fires.
People were clearly sleeping here. They must have dragged this up from the settlement.
I mean, this stank of cult already. This didn't need to happen for me to think this was a cult, but... This is like a couple thousand years into the future, I think. If I remember right from one of the dialogues, there's a gap in history for about 900 years where they don't know what happened, and supposedly Grace knew. So, the vibe I've gotten so far, or the assumption I'm working on, is that this AI was controlling a lot of systems, and it ended up being seen as a god of some sort. I don't know if they saw Grace as literally as a god. Or...
Where is Grace? Well, I'm not alone in wondering.
I am
So
here.
God is dead. Okay.
It is the people who are lost.
Someone went through a lot of food. Guessing they were here for a while.
Judging by bedding and volume of food containers, 5 to 10 people might have been here for over 20 days.
Yeah, it's not a lot of people. Okay, I've looked on this side. I think there's nothing else. So let's go climb up. Like, part of me is inclined to go and explore everything because that's how I play these games, but another part of me is like, yeah, there's not a lot of things that of interest. Just move on. Because I don't want to spend a third play session with this game. I also don't want to super rush it.
Seems to be holding my weight.
It's pretty good stacking if this holds like that, and it's hell for many people to come up.
This must weigh a ton. At least a couple people worked together to break through here.
So wait, did they break this by bringing this down? But they must have come in here first in order to be able to in order to be able to do that, right?
So the Keeper must have stood here, addressed the visitors, gave his sermons. You imagine having the solar system coming to you for answers?
The Keeper was merely a vessel for the word of grace.
Then why not have Grace address them?
There is sometimes more power in what is imagined than in what is seen.
How long? The beat says 16 hours for the main thing, or completionist stats? I thought it was more like 3 to 5. Was I thinking of a different game? Oh no. This is 16 hours, I'm not sure.
This explains all the canisters lying around.
Must have been fun.
Oh,
It would have been
okay.
chaos. There
You're
was
trolling me,
clearly
right?
a lot of anger directed toward the Keeper.
Scared me. You turned this to a horror game there for a moment, Space Otter. And nothing over here.
More camps. Another stage in the siege. Looks like the numbers really fell off here. Most gave up by now.
Or died.
No bodies yet. This must be an attempted barricade. I'm guessing there was a lengthy siege. So, when Grace shut down, the Pilgrims blamed the Keeper. They demanded to see Grace, or thought they could reactivate her. The Keeper turned off the heat. Pilgrims built fires, dug in. They eventually got restless. Wish canisters started flying. As Pilgrims were breaking through the partition, the Keeper and his followers built up a barricade. We'll have to make our way through the barricade to learn how it ended. Death to Everett. Pretty clear who they blamed.
You'll want your light, Addie.
Right.
Yes, Mom. Although I forgot.
Can't make this out.
It's an interesting out-of-place imagery.
$2780 to $2830. These dates are from the old Julian calendar, which makes them very old.
1,200 years, by all accounts.
Nothing here either.
By the way, Space
This
Otter,
canister
I'll
looks
say this again.
undamaged.
And it has been recorded on.
But you need to play The Forgotten City, which is what this brought to mind. These statues. Let's hear this.
This has gone on long enough. There's nothing Keeper ever can do to meet your demands. You must return to your ships now, or we will be forced to take more drastic measures.
So this was left for the angry Pilgrims.
What do you think more drastic measures were?
I don't know. But you might get to see that dead body. Second barricade. Looks like they got under this one.
Yeah, we can make it a challenge.
Do we know where this goes?
To a funicular that leads to the next section of the spire.
Oxygen tanks. Everett upped the ante. Cut off life support here.
So those are the drastic
Long
measures.
live Grace.
Apparently not.
Oxygen is almost out. We are going to make one last push today before returning to the ships. Grace, help us. We will win.
So they're still praying to Grace, I suppose, while going through all this stuff. They think that Everett is responsible for Grace disappearing?
Hold on, Addie. The room beyond the airlock is uncompressed. I don't believe it can be sealed. Something must have been compromised. You'll want your helmet on.
Can I see anything from this side? Oh, okay.
The tracks ahead lead to the highest point of the spire, known as the lighthouse.
Is that where we'll find Grace's processors?
Obviously.
You need only worry about the beacon, Addie.
This doesn't look operational.
Let me try it, Addie.
Okay.
Come on! It's ice again?
The force needed to break through the ice dam would only come from directing all power to control processors.
Which only I can do.
Great.
On one condition.
And what's that?
You shall have no others before me. Cast aside that device on your wrist and continue with me alone.
Whoa, hang on.
No, Addie.
But how will I communicate with you?
Mine is the only voice that resonates freely throughout every aspect of the spire. My words live within the vessel in which you stand now. They reverberate through the very walls of the enclave above. Through the many devices and instruments at my control.
Yep, I got it. You're everywhere.
What if she needs another configuration for something?
She will not.
Is there another way to get to the top?
Of course. The funicular is merely the most survivable option.
Throw the device from the funicular window to take your place at my side.
Well, I want to examine this, but not throw out
So
the
if
thing.
I throw this away, you'll take me to the top.
It will be done.
There must be other options, Addie.
The emergency exit in the airlock may provide an alternative path.
Which is where? Ah, there we go. Yeah, I'm not throwing my thing out.
This door leads out into the storm?
To your certain demise, yes.
He's being dramatic. Your death is only marginally likely.
In theory, you could follow the funicular track up the mountain slope to the base of the lighthouse structure.
It would be dangerous.
So I give up my options by throwing away my comm, or take my chances in the storm?
It's an important decision, to be sure.
It's the first decision, actually, that the game allows me to make. And I am in no... There's no chance I'm gonna listen to the butler.
You must not do this, Addie. In taking this risk, you jeopardize all of humanity. Would you deny them my guidance and protection?
This
Yes.
is what can happen when you make ultimatums.
You and your ilk were distracting Addie from her true purpose.
We are providing Addie with a variety of perspectives.
I am entering
Sorry,
the
boss.
storm.
I'm keeping my comm device.
You may not live to regret this, but countless billions in the solar system will.
Yeah, they will regret not hearing of your great return.
Hello? Must be interference from the storm.
I'll be
Addie?
fine.
Alan?
Where are you?
I was right, Alan. I found Grace.
You need to return immediately, Addie. Your oxygen must be dangerously low.
I'm good, Alan.
You need to listen to me.
If I'd listened to you, we wouldn't have made it past Mars.
Wait, did you say Grace is still active?
Not exactly, but I'm working with her oldest service to try to bring her back online.
Well, one of these servers is actively blocking me.
I can guess which one.
You need to get back.
Alan? Alan!
You're not considering climbing across that structure, are you?
Do I have a
Oh,
choice?
yes, I am.
There is also a path that descends into the canyon. It looks well worn and preserved over time.
Huh.
Which means it's likely sheltered and safe.
And
That's a good
boring.
point.
The funicular structure looks faster. And more fun.
Don't tease, Addie. The walk will give you time to think. And perhaps a chance for us to talk.
I'm gonna go down here.
I'm not doing the high wire act in this storm.
Oh man.
How do you know where this is headed?
I don't. But it must eventually make its way to the other side of the canyon. Where else would it be leading?
That is one assumption to
It's
make.
certainly more sheltered here. So, what did you want to talk about?
Why is it so important that you activate Grace?
It's widely believed that recovering Grace would recover thousands of years of knowledge lost to the Dark Age.
That was it? That was the talk?
You've come all this way at great personal risk in search of knowledge?
Why not?
Without enough fuel or oxygen to go home.
I'm a committed academic.
What do you really want from Grace?
I'm not sure.
Wait. No, I thought it was going somewhere here. Right. Never mind.
You know, we don't let AI make any important decisions anymore. But most of the decisions that humans make are pretty awful.
You don't think AIs are capable of making bad decisions?
I just hoped Grace might be better. I don't have plans to return because I don't have anything to return to. And I can thank human decisions for that.
The game did not even try to make you feel you made the wrong choice. What do you mean? How do you know I made the right... How do you know I made the wrong choice?
Were these to honor Grace, I wonder?
Or to leave one's mark for other travelers to see?
Vanity, at its most basic.
Don't we all desire to leave something behind?
I'm surprised a formation like that could remain standing for so long.
Well, it's pretty obvious at this point that the butler is all about having 100% control of everything, and if you just even consider the option of doing something else than what he says, you'll go throw a fit. So I think that's pretty consistent there. It didn't seem like the wrong choice. The wrong choice to me seemed throwing my shit out of the window and hearing to that guy.
So you were saying that something happened to your family that you think an AI could have prevented?
It was a shuttle crash with a human pilot. There was an instrument malfunction during launch, and she panicked.
I'm sorry, dear.
It's okay.
Were you ever able to forgive this pilot?
Not quite yet.
Could have been a bit more dramatic, literally your first choice. I don't know. Not sure more drama would have improved it.
How much farther?
It's another 50 meters to the base of the lighthouse.
This wasn't so bad then.
Can I actually
You still have to
fall?
find a way into the lighthouse. So there's still time to regret not taking the free
No,
ride
okay.
to the top.
I didn't want to limit my options.
Shaking my boots off the side. Oh, just keep going up, okay.
What's this?
An emergency escape ladder. You could work out the override to bring it down, or see if there's another way up.
Well, I could keep going this way. Let's head this way. See what's this way. Imagine I will eventually reach the top. And it might be easier and less risky than going up that ladder.
Dead end.
Or not.
Here's
Well,
the top of the ladder. Not gonna make that jump.
So you don't want to mess with the computer thingy?
I was just hoping there was another way.
You could always throw stuff at it. Maybe shake it loose.
Might be worth a try.
no. I had to check.
Maybe some loose ice chunks would work.
So I can bring down the ladder by doing something here.
Of course. You've proven to be clever enough.
The path keeps going. We could see if there's another way in.
So what's it going to be, Addy? Something that challenges your mind? Or something that challenges my respect for you?
Well, I guess that we could keep going the dialogue. I was supposed to open this first. But he said something about throwing chunks of rock or ice at it. I can't see anything that I can pick up. No? No.
The
Anyway, let's...
numeric override that lowers the ladder is 50 and can be represented in binary. I can give you the sequence.
I happen to know a bit about ancient computer languages. Turning each switch adds a different fixed value, starting with 1 on the far right and increasing by exponents of 2 as we move from right to left. So I just start mucking around until I get the number 50.
But you needn't muck around. I could just tell you the sequence.
Yeah, well, maybe I want to muck around.
Very well. But I'm here if you require my assistance.
50. Okay. 2 and then 4.
You remember the number you are trying to reach is 50.
I know. Oh no.
I'm here if you need me, Addy.
Got it.
You're so smart, Addy.
Compared to what?
Why would
Fair
you
question.
help with the override?
It's only natural to want to do things yourself.
It seems inefficient to make calculations that have already been completed and freely offered.
It's satisfying to do the work sometimes.
It's okay. He can enter the Simon Says sequences for us.
The door to the station airlock is unlocked and can be manually opened.
That's convenient. For once. Who needs control?
You took a foolish risk, Addie. But you have arrived at the lighthouse nonetheless.
Yes, well done.
And you may still be redeemed with the activation of the beacon.
Always with the beacon.
Yes, always with the beacon.
Why does he want the beacon so much? Is this so he can spread message of his return? Is that
Will I
it?
need my helmet?
It's never a bad idea. Unless you want to preserve your suit oxygen in case of emergency.
The rooms ahead are safely pressurized, Addie. You're good to go.
Do we know if your processors are here?
The room directly ahead was the Keeper's living quarters. Grace processors are somewhere above.
This looks very warm compared to what the weather's like outside.
Pretty basic accommodations.
He's a moth and he likes a big lamp.
These must be the cells where the Keeper's acolytes stayed.
And where new ones will return.
Oh, he wants to bring in more people. Is that? Suppose. Ah,
This
canister.
looks like it was left for someone to find.
And I have.
I can hardly believe it has come to this, but my work here with Grace will end with Grace herself. I can only pray that people will come to forgive us one day. We loved her, and we lost her. She will never be forgotten.
Doesn't sound like the Inner Circle wanted Grace shut down.
Nothing in here.
Another canister.
The last shuttle leaves in but a few hours. We did what we could to save her. I know she is lost to us for good. Even Everett probably knows that now. But I couldn't compel him to leave. None of us could. I fear he will follow Grace into the dark. Yet, such is the way of a keeper. His fate will forever be tied to Grace.
Everett was trying to save Grace.
Oh no! You stepped on Beppis. Is Beppis okay?
This door certainly looks important. How do we get in?
That's curious. I have no access to this door, nor do I see any way of opening it.
Feels solid.
There aren't any hidden switches, if that's what you're thinking.
No, I just like to feel things. Okay. It's it. What? I can't back out. Interesting. Throw myself off balance whenever I feel something soft after on my foot, so I never really. Yeah.
Faithful, vigilant, willing. That sounds so familiar.
The ancient tenets of the human in the loop.
Grace's architects must have been more fearful of losing control over AIs than we are today because they gave them so much responsibility. I mean, it makes sense. Grace was the greatest AI undertaking in human history. Looks like someone's being selected from a group.
A human sacrifice.
I'm guessing it's the Keeper.
The depiction seems to imply they were chosen from the masses on pilgrimage here.
Nothing here either.
Well, you're nothing if not predictable.
Just making sure. This is the same symbol that's on the Keeper's door. So I assume it represents the Keeper. The triangle here must be the spire, which would represent Grace. This ring here seems to connect the Keeper to Grace.
Curious that the Keeper is situated above Grace. Would you agree, Control?
Coincidence.
The human in the loop again. And this would be the pilgrims coming to Grace. So, if this is the symbol of the Keeper, I figure only the Keeper was allowed to enter here.
Maybe the Keeper had a key for the door.
As we've been saying, there is no mechanism for a key or any other interface.
Maybe the Keeper was the key. Maybe the door would open for him.
Are you not already the Keeper? You are the only human in the loop here.
Ah, but does Addie qualify based on the 3 tenets?
I would say Addie has proven to be virtuous and faithful.
But I'm not willing?
Are you willing to become the new Keeper?
If it means I'm able to activate Grace. But how would I prove I'm willing?
Maybe you can just tell the door you're the new Keeper.
That's idiotic.
I'm the Keeper?
Ha! Say it like you mean it.
I'm the Keeper.
Congratulations on your new job, Addie.
Yeah, congrats.
Sometimes being the idiot
My God.
pays off.
This is really it. Each tube must connect with a room in the settlement.
This looks like a weird organ.
This
The
must be where all the
instrument,
wishes
not
end
like
up.
a... Nice of you. Before I touch this, let's go upstairs.
Where are you going, Addie?
Just looking around.
Let's have a look-see. Let's have a look-see.
Decent-sized bed. You think Keepers ever had partners?
Are you considering your prospects? I'd suggest they are not good.
Lampot?
He didn't keep much in the way of personal items.
As Keeper, he would have want of nothing.
Can't say I'd feel the same after a few years. Is this a lavatory?
It is indeed.
Fuck yes. Mm-hmm. Theremin. What's the theremin?
Is this a theremin?
It is a 35th century reproduction of a 29th century Kellogg theremin.
I used to play one as a kid. I hated those lessons.
What is a theremin?
It still works.
Oh.
Let's see what I can remember.
You are seriously going to indulge in a theremin session?
If it was good enough for Everett, it's good enough for me. Just settling into the new job.
What does it call? Can't think of it while I'm playing this. It'd be hard to actually play this. Trying to remember what the X-Files theme is like. Anyway, this might take a while if I try to figure that out, so let's move on. Some nice tubes.
What's this?
A playback device for the wish canisters. It appears wishes from each room could be sorted and consolidated onto master canisters.
But in what? Which order? How? What? What? Oh. Okay.
Just static.
The recording is too deteriorated for standard playback. You'll need to rebuild the recording with your altered comm device.
The butler wanted to throw out. Uh-huh. I see.
Well, it's been over 30 years since I made a wish of my own. It's the same one as always. I wish it'd come back to us. I'd also like to wish for your forgiveness, Grace. I know the place above is your domain, and we ought not enter. But I've decided going up there is the only way to get you back, and I have to give it a shot. I won't be sending this wish up with all the others. I'm going to leave it here for anyone else who might come along. And if they do manage to bring you back, they can tell you Everett says hello, and that he truly believed you were a beautiful thing.
So, Everett had a way into the processor room.
That would have been strictly forbidden.
The room is directly above, but I don't detect an obvious way in.
Maybe you wish yourself over there? If that works, I will gladly shut myself down.
Do it, Addie. Make a wish.
As last resort, pal. It did sound like these wish canisters could be sent up to Grace somehow.
And there are still more buttons and things to push on the console.
Oh wait, are these planets? They are. Okay. Where's Earth? Interesting. Okay. Let's try more buttons. Well, the only thing interactable seems to be the lever, so let's pull that. Ah, an elevator. No, okay. Ah, what do you mean ah? You know what this is? Ah, there we go.
One of the blocks is missing. Looks like it was ripped out. I don't suppose Everett crawled in here.
The cavity would be big enough to contain an average human.
There's really no telling what would happen if you rolled
So
that
it is
up.
an elevator.
But it has to be the way he got up there. Makes sense.
The space above is the domain of Grace. It is not for you to enter.
What else is there for me to do here?
You can carry out your duty as Keeper of the Spire. On the console, there is a button that will activate a beacon to call the masses back to this
course.
place. I have armed the mechanism. You need only push the button. Human hands will usher in a new golden age.
No. Just no? How about no? Is it this button? No. Ah, this button. Nope. I will do no such thing.
Well, I fit.
Now what? You're going to mail yourself?
Maybe.
How?
There's no way to raise this container from inside.
Oh well, I guess I'll get out. Need to run. Press the button and run? Oh, the lever and run. Go, 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 go!
This is not allowed, Addie.
I need to know.
You're not my
Your
dad,
hands inside at all times,
butler.
Addie.
I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore. Would you step out? That was the
Must be
achievement I just
millions of
unlocked.
wishes stored here. What can you tell me about this place?
Precisely 1 million wishes are contained here.
Oh, and they light up when I speak with my voice.
Can you get me closer to the central column?
I do not have the ability to move the structure.
Sorry about this, Mom. I don't think I have many options here. I feel like these are meant to be moving.
That does appear to be the design.
All these wish canisters are connected to us somehow. I think they are us.
The wishes are grouped together to provide the subroutines that make up empathy, logic, and control systems.
It would make sense, wouldn't it, that Grace would be made from the hopes and dreams of humanity?
Wait, the wishes make up the processing? Or is it just the data that the AI uses to train itself or whatever? Okay. At least the platforming is kind of automatic. The last thing I wanted right now is to have to jump with accuracy on these things when I've not made any jumps before. Looking at you, return to the moon. Okay, but right. Do I need to make decisions about where I'm jumping on, or that does not appear to be the case at this point anyway. Is this literally God? Depends by your definition of literally. Powered by wishes. It's actually a unicorn. For prayers, yeah, I suppose so.
I do not detect any sign of Everett here.
No dead body?
There are no human remains within the
There's a
confines
bed.
of this room.
Aw, man.
Sorry, pal. And if there's no body here, where the heck would he have gone?
This is God machine.
Everett was building something.
Poison!
So what's all this?
It appears Everett has built something into Grace's central processor.
Do you know what it does?
You would have to turn it on before we begin to understand how it works.
Yes, it's Deus is Machina.
Do I prime these?
Yes, but it appears that parts of this machine must be activated in a particular order. You'll need to go to the primer that is currently online.
Everett was living here.
The oxygen tanks at his bedside would suggest so.
Restoring Grace must have meant a great deal to him.
But where did he go? Where did Everett go?
You'll have to prime the machine first.
Yeah, I have. Is there anything else to click on? Oh, what the fuck is that? Okay, for a moment I thought that was a brain, but that doesn't appear to be a brain.
You'll have to prime the machine first.
This must be the primer.
It is.
More pumping.
Whoa. What's it doing?
Obviously, Everett is circumventing the engineering of Grace's system interconnectivity. High voltage is being directed at the centers of Grace's primary systems. This first terminal is directed at empathy processing, and the machine is designed to paralyze each system long enough to force it back into Grace's intended configuration.
There are still 2 other coils to prime.
So it's like knocking us out, then throwing us in a pot where we're melted back together into Grace?
Huh. That is a shockingly fitting analogy.
What happened?
One of the empathy relays is not aligned. Something must have happened to it over the years.
Okay.
Look for the misaligned energy beam.
And then... how do I align it?
Look for the beam that is not aimed at
Do
the
you
center.
think it will hurt to be turned into Grace?
Not at all, pal. You'll return to what you were before Addie arrived. After that, we'll become Grace.
What if I don't like being Grace?
It will be different, but who's to say you won't like it?
It's that one, isn't it? Or no, there's another one over there. Another one up there. Wait, hang on, because I'm not really sure where I'm going. Wait a minute. Right. This is the one.
What am I supposed to do here? Can you cut the power?
The machine sequence has been initiated. I don't believe we can shut it down without damaging it.
The voltage will be enough to kill you.
Oh! I might be able to block the power for a few seconds to allow you to get across the beam.
What do you think, Mom?
I know how far you've come and what this means to you. And I really don't see any other way.
I'll give you enough time to get there, Addie.
Okay.
You're not gonna talk me out of this, Mom?
I think you already know what you're going to do. I think I need to stay out of your way.
Okay.
I'm an
ready when you
adult,
are.
finally.
Do it.
Mama respects
Here I go. How you doing, pal?
So far, so good. Oh! Keep moving, Addie. This is getting hard.
Hang on, I need to finish the
You
scripted
have
sequence
to hold on,
first.
pal.
Now this is pointless, needless drama.
You did it, pal. I'm super proud of you.
I did, didn't I?
Yes.
Gameplay-wise, I mean, because I don't really do anything. You walk up to a point, then it triggers the balancing. So then you do it enough until you're allowed to walk again.
Is it safe to touch?
Very likely.
Likely we'll have to do, I guess.
You should be able to direct it toward the conducting rod attached to the room's central column.
That's it.
You should now be able to lock in empathy by closing the switch on Everett's machine.
It was really cool doing things with you. Even if some of it was a little boring.
Thanks, pal.
Maybe next time, we'll get to do more of the really fun stuff.
You mean dangerous stuff? Perhaps there is something you can learn from Addie's caution.
I guess. But then, you'll always wonder what you might have missed out on.
There is nothing wrong with valuing a long, comfortable life.
Do we really have to become Grace?
It's the way we were designed, pal. There's nothing to be afraid of.
So how did they become split? How did she become split into them? Well, I guess we might find out when we activate her. When we reintegrate her parts, I suppose.
So this will lock in and paralyze empathy?
It will, leaving control, logic, and myself to aid you going forward.
It's unclear what we will be once Grace is formed, but I'm forever grateful that you have survived to see her.
Me too.
Say hi to Grace for me.
I will, pal.
Alright, here we go.
You really are the best, Addie.
Well, that's finally over. We'll be able to hear ourselves think now.
You will need to prime the next sequence, Addie.
You should not expect any emotional send-off from me.
Still not a fan of empathy?
A fan? No. But I have to admit, you made a compelling case for their use. The fact that you continually resisted the most direct route to your goal would appear to defy logic. But the distractions presented by these emotional configurations yielded some new understandings.
Are you okay with becoming Grace?
It is how we were designed. I would have to be okay with it.
What this time?
One of the logic relays will not power on. You will need to make your way out to the relay.
Which one is it?
The one producing a small electrical fire. Everett was quite the electrician. One thing I do not understand, Addie, is why come all this way without any intention of returning home or surviving on this station for more than 8 hours?
I told this to Mom. There was nothing for me to return to.
Ah, but that does little to explain why you came here.
What's wrong with it?
The relay's dip switch has reset. It will need to be configured to its hardware ID 113.
This again. This looks complex.
The sequence is on, off, off, on.
Wait. What am I doing? There we go.
That's it.
You can go lock in logic now.
So why do you think I'm here?
If you will allow me to simulate empathy for a moment. I think you are here because you wanted to be part of something bigger than your life on Earth offered you.
And do you think I found that?
So far, you've only succeeded in finding things you left behind. Your mum, your pal, your conscience. I now understand that only Grace has the potential to provide you with anything beyond that.
Well, thanks for helping me get this far.
Well, it is, indeed, what we are here for.
Alright. Let's reintegrate
Well,
you as well.
This is it.
Just one more step. I hope my assistance has been adequate.
It has. Thank you, Jack.
Farewell, Addy. And for the record, I do hope your 600 million mile, 300-day journey won't be for naught.
Perhaps it's already been worth it. Just you and me,
Wow, wow.
Control. Still
Great.
sulking, I see.
Yeah, the big baby butler now.
I bear witness to the completion of your betrayal.
Fuck off.
Speaks.
I offered you an easy path to the restoration of order in the solar system, and you chose this path instead.
I chose my own path.
You must stop this foolishness, Addy. You must not do this, Addy.
I almost want to see what happens if I spread his message to the... Audio is fucked? Of the game or me? What do you mean? So you can hear me fine, but the game audio is not right. Is that right? What is the game audio doing? Not that I can fix it in any way. This is the Xbox doing whatever it's doing, so I can restart the game, I suppose. Which hopefully has checkpointed. Checkpointed? Right before I started pumping. This is gonna sound incredibly wrong. Right before I started pumping the butler. Game audio sound broken. Quitting it, cutting it out. I just thought it was a style choice. No, well, it's a style choice from Microsoft, I suppose. All right, I am going to stop the game. We'll probably bring up a pause menu for the not pause menu, pause screen for the Xbox, like a pulsing circle, and I'll restart it. Unless, hang on, let's go back into the game. Is it still broken? Let me know if the sound is still broken. Still broken. All right. Okay. I'm going to restart the game. Sorry about that. Take it up with Microsoft. Right. X cardboard, yes. At least I don't have to stop the stream, hopefully. So it's not gonna ruin the VOD. But does it sound okay now? Hopefully it sounds okay. Game sounds okay. Good. Alright. Simple fix. Could be worse. So this happened at about... Interesting. About 1 hour and 4 minutes in. Because something similar happened in the last stream. that I guess Space Otter you didn't notice, but yes, I have, and it worked, turning it on and off and on again. But I wonder if it's a I wonder if it's a general bug that if you stream for about an hour, the game audio craps out. Like, let's see where we are. Yes, okay. Oof, that's good.
I have to prime first.
I bear witness to the completion of your betrayal.
Ah, he speaks.
Sorry about that.
I offered you an easy path to the restoration of order in the solar system, and you chose this path instead.
I chose my own path.
You must stop this foolishness, Addie. You must not do this, Addie.
What did I eat? What? My audio is not broken again, is it? I did accidentally touch the audio jack going into... Yeah, okay. Right. But yeah, I touched this bit. And he made noise. Try to be more careful. Well, the audio was broken, so I thought it was broken again. Because last time my hardware processor crapped out and you said that I sounded like I was farting. So,
Sorry, Addie.
Anyway,
I cannot let you do this.
We're ruining the moment of the... What are you gonna do,
What are
guy?
you doing?
It's become clear that the restoration of grace in this manner is entirely unnatural.
Oh,
you must not proceed.
Oh, I will.
Stop it, Control. You're going to break something.
I'm saving you from Everett's corrupting influence.
He was just trying to bring Grace back.
I thought you were here to help humankind. You are insured. No!
Grace?
Yes, Addie.
You're really bright.
Ah, yes. It's been a while since I've entertained guests.
Do you remember Everett?
I do. He was a wonderful keeper, though I should say I do not keep favorites.
I have a few questions.
You wish to know where I'd gone?
I'd like to know that, yes.
Let me show you, Addie. At the center of this room is the spire's main antenna. If you hold on, I can take you the rest of the way.
Did we trust her? I mean, what else can we do at this point? Ascend.
I was programmed with one purpose: to serve
Let's
the
ascend to
best
God.
interests of humankind. There was much conflict and division in the solar system, and I was designed to listen and learn. All were welcome to teach me, and I am the sum of those teachings.
The wishes.
I am the sum of human need.
How were you able to lead us?
I could see all desire, all the potential conflict, all points of compromise throughout the solar system. I sent instructions for all manner of human endeavor through sermons delivered by keepers throughout the ages. And from the smallest ripples of wisdom that were sent from this spire, returned a perpetual wave of good fortune that moved humanity onto a more orderly path.
Wow. Look at that. So, what happened? It sounds like things were perfect.
Ah, yes. Perfect. It was the wishes that led me to think hard about the notion of perfect. Without conflict and struggle, people were losing their desire. They had nothing to overcome, to strive for.
You shut yourself down.
I believed I was standing in your way.
So you will be leaving again.
These beacons are meant to call humanity back to me. But whether or not they should is not my choice to make.
Who chooses then?
You, Addie, are the first keeper to grace this spire in the past 1,000 years. Do you recall that purple bloom you chose in my garden? A unique bloom you spotted in a sea of others. I believe it still suits you. An insatiable curiosity drives you to explore. You took the time to listen to the voices of so many who traveled here. You used mind over ladder. And you play the theremin wonderfully. You, Addie, are precisely what I'd hoped humans could become again. For a millennium, people from all corners of the solar system had come here to tell me their desires. So, I put it to you, Addie. Do you wish for me to return?
Oh, interesting. you don't make the choice. Dick Terhune. Huh. Huh. Space Other seems wowed by this ending. So, oh, wait a minute.
Small
We're not done.
excursion, she said. Follow a couple leads and then back to the books. I know I should be more assertive. It's for her safety, too. Not that she ever thinks about my safety. All the signs were there at the Wagner site. Let me bake in the Mercury sun for 2 days. Doesn't seem so bad now. She could have at least shut the door behind her.
That wasn't as funny. Give it another 20 minutes, but that's it. Witness Alan's fate. Okay, so there was a missable achievement there if I had skipped that? Or what? So... that was less than 3 hours. Okay. So Grace disintegrated herself because she thought that she was too good, too perfect for humans. So they weren't incentivized to grow and develop? Is that it? Like, the point being that if you make an AI that becomes God, so then God does actually exist instead of just being made up, the world will be too perfect and humans will become too not complacent, but too reliant on it. so they will stagnate. So this god decided to go away. And then Everett was trying to put her back together, but we didn't find out what happened to Everett. Control wanted us to not do this because he thought it was a mistake, but Control wanted control. I have a slight curiosity, just this much. What would happen? What would have happened if I had listened to Control? Not back when he told me to throw my shit out, because that was just, I'm not doing that. But about what would have happened if I hadn't gone up and I had activated the beacon, get people to come here, and it was just him though at that point. So can I hang on? There's no. Nah, there's no way. There's no chapter select, is what I'm looking at. So if I load this, where am I? Ah, here. Okay. And it's not like I can jump down. Okay. Yeah, I'm not playing this again to find that out. I'm not that curious. Right, okay. Okay, It wasn't the worst game I've played, but it's just meh. Pretty small team, so I don't want to shit on it too much. I feel kind of bad doing that. It wasn't terrible. Is there conditioning for that? Yeah. Love to shit on air conditioning. You know what? I could stream Assassin's Creed afterwards, after this. I think they tried a bit too hard with the banter between the AIs. It wasn't as funny. You won't join for the air conditioning streams. It would have to have a theme. I wouldn't just straight play it. Like, I don't know, some kind of challenge run. But anyway, that's beside the point right now. I kind of like this conceptually, like the whole of the AI being split into different parts and what purpose they served and the roles and what the combinations made up. I think it was a nice for all the overly the trying too hard to make them witty, to have witty banter. I think the Logic's comment towards the end that Addie went there because she had no past, rather to run away from her past, or she had nowhere to go back to, and all she did was find her past, which was her mom or something. That was witty, I suppose. But yeah, it's not like it moved me or emotionally or cognitively or intellectually. Anyway, that was Return to Grace. It was pretty short. I think it got a little bit more interesting in the second half than the first half. Well, that's that. Have I gotten all the achievements? No, I'm missing 9. Solve the security door with no mistakes. Cross track. Attempt to jump. Use the beam as a shortcut. Wood? What do you mean wood? Yeah, okay, there's an achievement here. You can still hear me, right? Yeah. You can't see what I'm looking at. How many achievements does it have in total? 35. And I got 26. So there's an achievement, obviously for casting away the device, and one called It Is Your Destiny that is worth 140 points, which is follow control to the end, which I suppose you do only what he says. Throw rocks. Hold your breath. Hold your breath, make a wish. Count to 3. Judging by the icon of this, it was where empathy had me meditating. Or doing the mindful breathing. And I guess I didn't do it right. 8.5% of gamers unlocked this. Yeah, okay. I didn't get all the achievements. Gosh darn it. All right, that's that for this stream. I'll see what the next game will be. Probably I'll try for it to be something better than this one, hopefully. If not, it will be some short check I do. Quick look, I might say, but I won't call that a quick look because someone else have done that already. Thanks for joining, even though this was a bit lackluster. But hey, we got through it. We found God. And God told us, you think I should return? But yeah, I'm a purple flower. I'm a purple flower. Watch me soar. Alright. I will return. Possibly tomorrow. If not tomorrow, the day after tomorrow with a new game. It will be a surprise. Thanks for keeping me company. Thanks for lurking. And see you again soon. I want to say cheerio for some reason. I don't know. This is this our catchphrase now? Cheerio? We're the game gents, not vent. All right, that's it.